this dialogue could not come at a better or more necessary moment. A moment to reflect honestly on where we are going, and what we owe each other as partners in Nepal's development. The European Union's support to civil society in Nepal is not only a funding line in our strategic program documents, it is a core value, and it always will be. It is a collaboration and a commitment we have with civil society back in Europe, and it's a long-standing partnership with national and international civil society in countries outside Europe. We enjoy 50 years of partnership with Nepal. When it comes to our joint work with civil society, we have 24 grants to international and national organizations totaling 16 million euro, supporting vulnerable groups, local development, education, nutrition, and advocacy. And we recently launched 11 new grants worth 6.7 million euro, focused specifically on youth, diversity, and inclusion. These are not symbolic gestures for us, they are real commitments. The EU also supports the Civic Space project under which this event is organized, implemented together with the Association of International NGOs and the NGO Federation of Nepal, the largest national NGO network in Nepal, to monitor and strengthen the environment in which civil society operates. Because that environment matters more than any single program. Without it, everything else is fragile. Civil society does far more than implement projects. It also advocates, it innovates, it holds institutions accountable, including our own. That function cannot be contracted out, and it cannot be replaced by private investment or infrastructure alone. As our keynote speaker, Mr. Ramesh Shins, has already outlined, we also need to acknowledge that the context in which civil society operates has dramatically shifted. The funding landscape is changing rapidly and unfortunately not gently. Shrinking donor budgets, the disappearance of some important and traditional donor agencies, and a reorientation of major bilateral programs have created real pressure. The European Union is also on a transformation path, moving from pure development assistance towards more concrete and, I would say, pragmatic investment strategy. And Nepal itself has changed. Young Nepalis took to the streets last September with a clear message. Business as usual is over. We must all respond, not by doing the same things differently, but by doing different things altogether. I would like to say a few words directly to AIN and its members. First of all, congratulations on your 30th anniversary. And as introduced already, the pressure is real. The near total withdrawal of some donors' foreign assistance in 2025 and 2026 is not an isolated event. Surveys across the sector show that the majority of civil society organizations in governance and development lost funding last year, and more cuts are expected in 2026. This is not a temporary shock, it's structural and it's reaching Nepal. Internationally, the debate in 2026 is about what INGOs are actually for. And it is time to discuss how INGOs in Nepal can lead on the rapid changes happening both in the sector and in the country. A genuine shift is probably the answer, from implementer to enabler, from primary recipient of donor funds to a catalyst for local and national leadership, innovation and strategic collaboration. I hope this is a conversation you will touch upon today. What direction is international civil society taking, and how does AIN position itself within it? As infrastructure and private investment increasingly dominate our agendas, will community voices and development outcomes be generally safeguarded? Or will civil society be reduced to a consultative footnote in investment preparations? NGOs have a critical role here, as watchdogs, as connectors between large-scale investment and grassroots realities, and as advocates for the conditions that make investment generally developmental rather than extractive. So to AIN, do not wait to be reshaped by these pressures, please. Protect the diversity of the ecosystem you represent. Diversify your funding and read carefully where the opportunities lie in this new context. Use your collective voice. This platform has a specific responsibility to lead this transition. And AIN can proudly show that it's not a mere coordination mechanism, but a genuine asset that can help solve problems and support Nepal in its strategic development path. Let me close with a call to the government as well. Please simplify regulations, create enabling mechanisms, and recognize civil society not as a delivery partner of convenience, but as an essential, independent actor and partner, a key asset to government, especially as external funding is shifting. The European Union will continue to support this work, not as the primary funder, but as a partner that genuinely believes that civil society is part and parcel of the architecture of democracy, not just its decoration. That will not change.